You know that specific feeling, don't you? It's Friday afternoon. You made plans 3 days ago when you were feeling energetic and optimistic. But now, the time is ticking closer and you are dreading it. You are praying for a miracle. And then, your phone buzzes. It's a text. Your friend says, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I can't make it tonight." Be honest. You don't feel sad. You don't feel disappointed. You feel a wave of absolute, pure relief wash over your entire body. You put your phone down, put on your most comfortable clothes, and you feel like you just won the lottery. If this sounds like you aren't antisocial and you definitely aren't lazy. You are just mastering the art of protecting your energy. Let's talk about why your brain loves staying home. Welcome. Today we are going to validate something that society has been trying to make you feel guilty about for years. We live in a world that is obsessed with being outgoing. We are told that life happens outside your comfort zone, that you need to be constantly networking and partying to be successful. But psychology tells a completely different story about the introvert personality. First, we need to understand the battery. Everyone uses the battery metaphor, but let's look at what is actually happening biologically regarding your social battery. When an extrovert is in a loud bar, surrounded by people, shouting over music, their brain releases dopamine. It's a reward system. They feel energized. But for you, and for many people who prefer the sanctuary of home, that same environment triggers a cost. It's not that you don't like people. It's that social interaction is expensive for your nervous system. Your brain processes stimuli differently. When you are out, you aren't just hanging out. You are reading facial expressions, filtering out background noise, and analyzing tone of voice. That is a massive amount of data processing. When you finally get home and close the door, that silence isn't just empty space. It is the only time your processor stops overheating. Home is the only charger that actually works for mental recharge. Psychologists refer to a concept known as the optimal arousal theory. It sounds complex, but it's actually very simple. It means that every human being has a different baseline for how much stimulation they need to feel normal. Some people have a high threshold. They need loud music, risk, and crowds just to feel something. You likely have a lower threshold. You don't need the world to scream at you to feel alive. You can find just as much excitement in a book, a quiet documentary, or just sitting with your own thoughts. And this leads us to a massive realization. Society calls this being boring, but in reality, this is why solitude is a superpower. Think about it. The outside world is chaotic and unpredictable. There are traffic jams, awkward conversations, unexpected delays, and loud strangers. But at home, you control the lighting. You control the temperature. You control the volume. You control the vibe. For people who are a highly sensitive person or empathetic, this control isn't a luxury. It is a survival mechanism. It allows your nervous system to finally enter rest and digest. You see, when you strip away the noise of the world, you make room for your own mind. There have been many studies conducted that look into why intelligent people choose to be alone. The results are fascinating. It turns out that people with higher cognitive abilities often report being less satisfied with frequent socialization. Why? Because they have a rich inner world. The best ideas in human history were not born in a crowded club. They were born in quiet rooms, at desks late at night, in the stillness of solitude. However, we have to be honest with ourselves. There is a difference between healthy solitude and social isolation. Do you stay home because it fills you with peace? Or do you stay home because the world fills you with fear? There is a version of staying home that is rooted in social anxiety. It's when the exhaustion of masking who you are feels too heavy. In that case, home isn't a sanctuary, it's a bunker. If you are staying home to avoid life, that is a cage. But if you are staying home to enrich your life, that is a palace. The goal is self-awareness. For the people who genuinely love their homebody lifestyle, there is a beauty in the small rituals. The morning coffee routine, the texture of silence on a Sunday morning. We often suffer from FOMO, the fear of missing out. But we need to flip that script. We need to embrace JOMO, the joy of missing out. The joy of being exactly where you want to be, comfortable in your own skin. It takes a lot of courage to be a homebody in a loud world. So, the next time you decline an invitation, don't apologize. Just realize that you are practicing self-care. You are choosing to invest your time in the things that actually give you a return on investment. Your best life doesn't have to look like a music video. Your best life might look like soft blankets, a good meal, and zero obligations. And that is perfectly okay. I want to know where you stand on this. Are you the friend who always cancels plans? Do you find peace in the quiet? Let me know in the comments below. If you felt understood by this video, please click that like button. And if you want to understand more about your mind, make sure you subscribe to BrainAscend. We are building a community here for the thinkers, the dreamers, and yes, the people who love staying home. Thanks for watching.